live in an age of noise. Every day, we are bombarded with narratives, counter-narratives, headlines, hot takes, and claims that sound like they could be true. We're told to do our own research, but what does that really mean? And for people of faith, the question goes deeper. How do we apply our biblical worldview to the information we consume? How do we seek truth in a world that seems dedicated to spinning it? Today, we're not focusing on any one person, but on the principles. We're going to look at a biblical toolkit for discernment, a Berean filter, that we can apply to every voice we listen to, whether they are on social media, on the news, or even in the pulpit. Part 1. The Berean Noble-Mindedness, Acts 17 verse 11. In the book of Acts, Paul and Silas come to the town of Berea, and the text says something fascinating about the people there. Now the Berean Jews were of more noble character than those in Thessalonica, for they received the message with great eagerness and examined the Scriptures every day to see if what Paul said was true. Acts 17 verse 11. Think about that. They were noble, not because they blindly accepted the message, even from the Apostle Paul. They were noble because they were eager to hear, but also diligent to check. They had a standard of truth, the Scriptures, and they compared everything against it. So, what's our Scripture today when evaluating public claims? It's twofold. 1. The Bible itself. Does the spirit of the message align with the fruit of the Spirit? We'll get to that. 2. Verifiable facts. The Bereans checked claims against a known source. Our equivalent is checking claims against primary sources, data, and verifiable evidence. The Berean principle isn't distrust everyone. It's trust, but verify. Don't just accept a claim because it feels right or because it comes from someone on your side. Be noble-minded. You must examine it. Part 2. The wisdom of two witnesses, Proverbs 18 verse 17. The book of Proverbs is packed with wisdom for navigating human relationships and, it turns out, media. Listen to this. The one who states his case first seems right, until the other comes and examines him. Proverbs 18 verse 17. This is a powerful warning against forming a judgment based on a single source. In our modern world, we call this an echo chamber. It's easy to find one voice or a dozen voices all saying the same thing and believe we have the full story. But the Bible warns us that one side always sounds right until you hear the cross-examination. Application. Before you accept a sensational claim or a conspiracy, have you genuinely sought out the other side? Not just to mock it, but to understand its argument. Have you looked for independent, corroborating sources, the two witnesses principle from Deuteronomy 19 verse 15, that don't run in the same circles? If a claim can only survive in an echo chamber, it's not a claim built on a strong foundation. Part 3. The fruit inspection, Matthew 7 verse 16. This might be the most important filter of all. Jesus gives us the ultimate test for any prophet, teacher, or public voice. By their fruit you will recognize them. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Matthew 7 verses 16 through 18. The fruit here isn't just, are they right or wrong? The fruit is the result of their words. What does this information produce in me and in others? Let's look at the bad fruit list from Galatians 5. Hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, dissensions, factions, and envy. Now look at the good fruit. The fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Application: when you engage with this person's content or this line of thinking, what is the fruit in your own heart? Does it make you more fearful, more angry, more suspicious of your neighbor? Does it lead to dissensions and factions, a constant us versus them mentality? Or does it lead you toward goodness? Does it empower you with truth that builds up rather than tear it down? Ephesians 4 verse 29. A message that consistently produces fear, rage, and division, even if it's sprinkled with facts, is bearing bad fruit. That should be a major warning sign. Conclusion: a call to truth, not victory. So, what's our takeaway? 1. Be a Berean. Be eager to learn, but diligent to check all claims against facts and primary sources. 2. Hear both sides. Actively seek out the other side to avoid the folly of Proverbs 18. 3. Inspect the fruit. Pay attention to the emotional and spiritual result of the information you consume. Does it produce the fruit of the Spirit or the works of the flesh? Applying these biblical principles isn't about winning an argument or owning the other side. It's about a much higher calling. It's about our integrity as people of the book. It's about stewarding our minds and hearts well. Our goal is not to be right. Our goal is to be closer to the truth. And in a world of noise, that is a noble-minded pursuit indeed.